Welcome back to another episode of NBA 2K12. And last episode, we did defeat them. Now the Lakers will defeat the Grizzlies. And now the next game is in the Friday night. We're off the first game as a part of the second day of the Emirates NBA Cup. I got on top once again right now. So the first game of the Emirates NBA Cup on Tuesday, we're off to San Antonio. Then second game on Thursday, we're off to Oakland. So we got two of the better most NBA title in the West, the most West NBA title rivalry. The game between the Los Angeles Lakers and the San Antonio Spurs got the ABA Bowl on set. It's gonna be a great game, and this is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy. Who's gonna win, Lakers or Spurs? And now, without further ado, and enjoy the video. But first, we're gonna check out the NBA National TV schedule. We're gonna check out the NBA Cup. It don't see the flex. It's nothing, so it means gonna start off. So enjoy the video. This is Andre Kenshin, and we're checking out one you see, and here we are. The first game goes to San Antonio the next Thursday, and we have a Wednesday. We have the NFL Week 11 picks. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you. We'll find out and enjoy the video. We'll see. We'll find out in the text. Let's see. We'll find out what's gonna be the result, either LA or San Antonio. Enjoy, everyone.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm glad to have you with us for NBA basketball. It's Tuesday Hoops, and it's next. It'll be Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers facing off against Manu Ginobili and the San Antonio Spurs. And now, out to San Antonio for Kevin Harlan, who's got the opening tip.
Welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And Doris Burke will be reporting from the sideline. The starting five. This is our lineup brought to you by State Farm. First for the Lakers, Fisher and Kobe man the backcourt. And they've got Andrew Bynum, the big man, all in the middle. He's a superstar, no doubt. And what a huge boost for this team, night in and night out. Then there's our test, and it's Gasol at the power forward. Then for the San Antonio Spurs, Parker and Manu are the backcourt. We've got Duncan, always can be counted on, a looming presence and a force both offensively and defensively. And it's McDyess in at the four-man position.
And one of the things you like about the Lakers, their ability to go out on the road and win. In fact, last season, they were 27-14 away from Staples Center.
The Spurs start out with the ball. Now Parker. Here's McDyess. And the shot is good. And the Lakers, Clark, a smart veteran team, you know that. How much of an asset is that to winning on the road?
You can't overstate it. I mean, it's really huge, Kevin. Keeping your composure, staying focused, understanding what's coming and what you need to do to seize games on the road. Some folks call it that killer instinct. And those are the things you have to be able to do. And the Lakers, quite honestly, are terrific.
It's Ginobili finishing it off. Replay here. Spike Slam Cam showing it once more.
Now that's just rubbing it in, fellas.
Throwing it down with style.
These folks are not going to forget that one anytime soon. And Manu Ginobili, so deceptive with the ball in his hands. Once he gets moving and so shifty from side to side, it just seems to have a knack for getting by his defender.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Greg Popovich. Coach said a main goal of theirs is to prevent easy looks from outside. He told me closing out hard on all their shooters is going to be a very big key in this one. If we can't bother their shooters, it's going to be an awfully long 4 quarters for us, gentlemen. We'll see how it turns out, guys.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the three ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge those shots.
And for Ginobili, when he drives, Clark seems to see angles that most players don't have on their radar.
Well, it helps when you're wrong-handed, left-handed it is. I mean, it gives you a different kind of look and approach to attacking the basket. He takes it to the next level with his unorthodox drives, though. He's got a unique ability to slide and slither and slash and still get a good shot at it.
That Euro step that these guys have developed, where they put the weight on the wrong foot and they looks like a crossover, but it's really a different type of
It is a different type of deal, and Manu has obviously mastered that, and he's got some imitators out there, too.
He does indeed. Wade, in particular,
Wade loves it.
On the top of the key, and the Spurs scoring again.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Deflects the pass. Ginobili against Kobe. Outside our test. The three blocked. On defense, the Lakers. Goes up.
Everybody up off their seat.
Well, how could they not? I mean, he put the cherry on top of the sundae on them.
Good luck. And it's rejected. Here's San Antonio now. Here's Parker. And another basket for San Antonio.
You see very few mistakes from him at that end of the floor. Well, such a disciplined team, the Spurs. And the core of their defensive plan is to force contested jump shots. No layups, no free throws. They just want teams to have to shoot from the outside.
Backing him down is Duncan.
That's just a sloppy pass. A lack of focus there.
Outside, Kobe. Picked up by Ginobili. Another three from Kobe. Kobe's got 11 points.
You know, guys, he's always looking for that open three. I mean, that's his strength. And sometimes the best time to get the three is in transition.
Ginobili with the three. And that is good. And it's a time over. We talked about the Spurs forcing contested shots, Steve, from outside. One key, but they didn't foul.
Yeah, and that's one of the keys to being able to, one, play effective defense, but also to be able to get into transition. Because when you're not fouling, the rhythm and pace of the game has a way of finding its own level. And the Spurs very good at that. They challenge shots without fouling, but it also allowed them to be able to play this up-tempo game they wanted to play.
One of the great stories is last offseason, Popovich got his staff together. They took a lot of views of their own play from the year before. They looked at a lot of European tape, and they just thought, we got to play more of a European style. They didn't want the game to stop. Like you said, they want the game to continue to go and get in that rhythm.
Yeah, exactly. Big part of their success. Boy, he found the little alley that time and took it right to the...
Pretty big alley it was, guys. You're right.
It was not the best defense you're ever going to see, that's for sure.
Kobe kicks to Gasol. Out of bounds. And they retain possession. Here's Kobe. 11 points in the game. He kicks to Gasol. Over McDyess. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist from Kobe. Gasol's got his second bucket. Parker kicks to Blair. Back to Parker. Kobe with the steal. Lakers leading by 3. Here's Barnes. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Kobe's got his 5th assist in this one. And it's the Spurs with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Got that one up Jefferson. Jefferson's got his second basket of the night. Kobe passes to Gasol. He feeds it to Barnes. Slams it on the run.
Yes, indeedy. Boy, I love that one. That's not... just any plain dunk. That has some panache to it.
That's an energizer, guys. That is an energizer.
That is, and that will lift the whole team up.
The high post shot. Ratliff sends it back. Good as it goes. Incredible shot to beat the buzzer.
Boy, that is such a... huge play. I mean, a lot of guys would rush that and throw off their mechanics, but he was textbook perfect.
He sure was. Took his time and just a gorgeous last-second release.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Lakers on top, up 7.
Boy, the offense has been so smooth. Everybody working together, and you can tell they're getting good shots pretty much every time down.
Yeah, they're a well-oiled machine there. I mean, they keep the ball moving, they keep themselves moving, and as a result, they're piling up the points.
More great action when we return. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Here's Blake.
Well, guys, it was the best start in franchise history for the Spurs last season. They got to 40 wins before the end of January. That was the team first. And finished with the second-best record in the league, 61 wins.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Guys, Manu Ginobili can team be one of the great shooting guards in this league. I mean, he does it all. Defense, rebounding, scoring, passing, you name it. Greg Popovich said he has a willingness to do what it takes to win, and to do it at the highest possible level of intensity every single minute he steps on the court. And fellas, the Spurs have always been judicious with his minutes. His tremendous effort level when he's on the court, a big reason why.
Yeah, with his hard-charging style of play, it makes sense. Thanks, Doris.
Boy, how about that nice soft finish on the alley-oop?
It was. He didn't try to do anything foolish.
No reason to act like you're in a dunk contest. Just got to get your 2 points and get back on defense.
That's good. So, Steve, a team he used to play for, the Spurs, essentially a 50-win team for the last 13 seasons, including when you played for them, but they may be nearing the end of their championship window. At least some people think that. How about you?
Well, even Tony Parker said over the summer that he didn't think the Spurs could win a championship anymore. So what a run it's been. 50-win seasons, 13 times in a row. Just incredible. They'll still be very competitive, but this is not a championship team any longer.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Blair. Splitter comes in for Antonio McDyess. And it's Jefferson in for Leonard. The Lakers also with a sub. Pau Gasol's checked in for Matt Barnes. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's on Andrew Bynum.
And I think one of the reasons the Spurs had such a great season a year ago is that Manu Ginobili was ready right out of the gates. He exploded and helped the Spurs off to that incredibly hot start.
And Steve Manu Ginobili stayed out for almost all the regular season. Started to leave behind his ankle issues, which Clark could really cost him, I think, some valuable time earlier in his career.
It really did, and even after a hyperextended elbow that cost him the game in the playoffs, he was the best Spur in that first-round series against the Grizzlies. So, in all, I think a pretty healthy season for Manu.
Outside for our test. Back to Johnson. Lets it go with the three. And another three for the Lakers.
Boy, are they on a tear.
You know what, Steven? Offensively, you sometimes don't know how or why it happened, but you just ride the wave as long as it's flowing. That's exactly where they wanted to go with the ball, even though he didn't finish.
Takes the three. That's good. Johnson's got 8.
Making it look easy out there.
Yeah, it's been a lopsided affair on the floor, guys, and on the scoreboard.
And here is Ginobili. 10 points for him. Jefferson dishes to split it. It's stolen by Johnson.
Tried to thread the needle there. It wasn't there.
Gasol kicks to Johnson. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. He's got 10.
Well, Mike Brown, a part of the Greg Popovich coaching tree. In fact, I played for him in San Antonio in 2003 when he was an assistant. Excellent coach, really a guy who will emphasize the defensive end of the floor. That's his forte.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Antonio McDyess, he's checked in for Splitter. Green comes in for Manu Ginobili. And Tony Parker subbed in for Gary Neal. The Lakers also changing it up. Kobe comes in for Johnson. And Derek Fisher subbed in for Steve Blake. And he knocks down the first one. He hits both from the strike. Steve, good point about Mike Brown. You know, Clark, his familiarity with the Western Conference and some of the big teams in that conference, I'm sure a big reason why the Lakers got him.
Well, I think all around he's just an outstanding coach. I mean, he's in his prime. He's a relatively young coach. He's had tremendous experience. So his record is very impressive. His demeanor and personality and philosophy, I think, is really solid. It helps that he was coaching LeBron, but make no mistake, you just don't stumble into what he's been able to do as far as wins go. I mean, he's won almost 2/3 of his games as an NBA head coach, and that list is short when you start looking at the resumes of head coaches to have won 2/3 of the games you've coached in.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Mike Brown is completely aware of the big shoes he needs to fill in replacing Phil Jackson as head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. At the same time, he knows that he isn't the same type of coach and zen master that Phil Jackson was and has to be himself. I'm not Phil Jackson. I'm not going to be him, Brown said. I have to be who I am. Pretty good starting point, Kevin.
Thank you for that, Doris. And really, Brown can just be himself.
Yeah, you don't get very far trying to imitate other coaches. You got to do you. He'll be fine if he does what he's done up to this point.
Here's Kobe. Tim Duncan with the rebound.
Tell you what, against one of the best finishers, that's exactly the kind of defense you need to play.
Green kicks to McDyess. Green left side. That drops. It comes off an assist from Parker. Green's got 6 in the corner. He's lead by 12. Outside our text. This one for Green. Here's San Antonio now. Down by 12. Here's Green. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, Steve and Kevin, you guys got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
Yeah, sure is. And when all 5 guys, Clark, are threats to score, that makes it so tough on the defense. Because now you can't account for everybody when the ball's moving so quickly. Boy, he just seems to score so easily. The game comes very simply.
And that concludes the first half. Back here in just a moment from San Antonio.
Glad to have you with us this Tuesday night for the HB Halftime Report. The Lakers have been tearing it up. They've been active defensively. Steals, deflections, jumping the passing lanes, forcing miscues. Kobe scoring with ease against the Spurs D. At the break, 16 points, and the defense has been rock solid. And on the other side, San Antonio just keeps scrapping. Some outstanding minutes from their bench unit, delivering instant offense. Certainly an impressive start by Manu Ginobili. His shooting percentage is right at the 60 mark. He is feeling it tonight. We've got a pair of guys here who've been huge factors so far tonight. And that's it for now. Let's head on back out to the third quarter. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Well, you know, a recent stat said that in the last 15 years, the Lakers are on average the best offense in the NBA. But in crunch time, ironically, they fall to around 12th best offensively. Not nearly as effective.
There on that fast break.
I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they got right after it.
Back to Kobe, tipped away. Gasol passes to Kobe.
I see him.
Clock at 6. 13 feet out, and there's Gasol. That's good on the assist from Kobe. Kobe's got 9 assists in the game. Great passer. Going back to the Lakers and their letdown as far as crunch time offense goes. Good point by you. Steve, you take it now. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think Kobe's not the player that he once was, Kevin. I mean, he's not as athletic. He's not as capable as he used to be getting shots off against any type of defense. And I think the rest of the guys maybe lost a little confidence in themselves as a result.
From downtown, and another 3 for the Lakers.
Well, they haven't had to ask him to do too much, but he's doing whatever's needed out there.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Now, Ron Artest has become such an enigma in this league over the years. He's a great player at times, but frequently loses his focus. But when he's on, when he's playing with a purpose and with intensity, he is really something.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Leonard. Here's Duncan. Nice move. Soft touch off the glass. Duncan's got 6 points. And Ron Artest, guys, probably the most unpredictable, quotable player in the league. A colorful player, no doubt.
Yeah, no question about it. Spontaneous would be another word I would throw. We enjoyed him in Indianapolis when he was there. He obviously has had some bumps during the course of his career, but at his core, good nature, couldn't have been happy for a player. And I saw him have the game he had in Game 7 when the Lakers won that championship in 2010. But you're right, he's a colorful, spontaneous, good-hearted guy.
And he's won awards from the league, from the people that cover the league, for what he has done in the community since that flare-up back in the early part of the decade.
Yes, that's exactly right. And again, that speaks to his growth and the intentions of his heart, and the fact that he started to manage some of the anger management issues that he had in the past.
And that one's good. 8 points for Pau Gasol.
Probably time to bring an extra defender, change up the defense a little bit.
Well, Steve, he's been so good. I think they got to take the ball out of his hands.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
Got just enough of them on the way out to draw that whistle.
I thought that was a good call, Steve. I mean, you could see how that affected his shot just a little bit.
Well, Tim Duncan is basically regarded as the greatest power forward of all time, but I would argue that he's actually a center. And, of course, since he came into the league playing next to David Robinson, he was referred to as a power forward, and I guess that's the position he wants to be called.
The Spurs making a switch here. Splitters checked in. Wasted no time on that one. Gasol's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's been so solid. You've got to keep him out there on the floor, really doing a nice job for the offense.
Outside for Jefferson. Splitter. Good ball movement. Here's Parker. And so he draws the foul on the shot and trips to the line to shoot two. And Tim Duncan, like you said, Steve, really the center for the Spurs. Now, he's typically guarding centers, and they're typically guarding him. But he's, in a lot of ways, listed as a power forward, just kind of depending what kind of talent they got up front.
Well, especially now that he's slowing down a bit. He's matched up more with centers. That's really his position. But regardless, he's still among the very best big men in the history of the game, no matter what position you put next to his name.
Shot, high post. That is good. 15 points for Ginobili.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Gasol backing down. That's good, and it's Kobe with the assist. And the Lakers lead by 18.
Well, there's a big spread between these teams and how many of their baskets have been assisted on.
So you have to give credit to them for how well they've been able to find the open man with that extra pass.
All alone. Again, the Spurs good for two.
You know, when he scores buckets like that, Kevin, it just shows that he can bring some of that X factor for his team. You know, guys, the Spurs played great basketball against their Western Conference foes. I mean, they went 38-14 against the West.
Gasol dishes to Ratliff. And good on the basket. Book it. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Ginobili left side. Picked up by Kobe. Ginobili against Kobe. And they call goaltending. They'll give him a bucket.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
And the Spurs with some changes. DeJuan Blair, he's checked in for Duncan. McDyess comes in for Splitter. And Gary Neal subbed in for Tony Parker. The Lakers also making some changes. Joe Smith, he's checked in for Gasol. Johnson comes in for Kobe. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Derek Fisher. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Steve, when you look at the Spurs' regular season dominance a season ago, what was the key in your mind?
I thought it was Greg Popovich's style. I mean, he decided to go away from that traditional inside-out game. They got much faster as a team. They played a higher pace. And Pop knew they had to take advantage of their scoring and to cover up for the fact that they're no longer one of the most talented teams in the NBA.
Here's Johnson. He's got 10. It's stolen by Jefferson.
Look at the turnover situation, guys. It's not in that bad. Just a handful, and when you take care of the ball like that, that can help you build a lead.
It's stolen by Jefferson.
I really don't like what I'm seeing their last couple of possessions, Kevin. That's 2 turnovers in a row, careless turnovers at that.
They're getting a little casual with the ball. They've got to nip that in the bud right now. Another three, and we've just seen a barrage from long range here in the second half.
Well, they have come out blazing. And defensively, it's hard to deny that shot. I mean, that's a lot of ground to cover when a team spreads you out like they do.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome.
Kobe having just a fantastic game. He's got 21 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Yeah, it's getting hard to keep track of just how many of those he's hit.
Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. Check in with Doris Burke for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Hi, guys. Well, it was the stretch by the Lakers that garners the Sprite Spark today. That big second quarter is where they took control, and they haven't slowed up since.
Great stuff as always, Doris. Thank you. Clark, that was the game's critical point.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I really think it was. I mean, it really tipped things in their favor. No doubt about it.
Yeah, that's going to happen to you when you keep piling up those points and you get on a run like that.
Back to Parker. Outside, Green. Drills the three-pointer. Green's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Spurs. Late for three, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
This looks like a three-point contest out there, guys.
Yeah, you would fit right in, partner. I mean, you hit one on us, we'll hit one on you. A terrific battle going on here.
Lane, and it's San Antonio with another.
Pretty pass there, right where he needed to put it.
Here's Parker. They roll this one. Goaltending. Count the shot.
But he really looked to run immediately after that turnover.
Well, that's how you cash in. You don't want to waste any time after the turnover. Go at it right away.
And Artest backs down. Guarded by Green. Over Parker. And there's Steve Blake on the assist by Artest. Artest's got his 7th assist here tonight. Parker kicks to Blair with the lead pass from past the arc, and again it's the Spurs from deep.
He has looked very comfortable from three-point land today.
Well, the bulk of his points, that's where they've come from.
Took him no time at all on that one. 12 points for Ron Artest. Spurs trail by 15. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
You know, for so long we've seen the Lakers coast into the playoffs, put themselves in a tight spot and find a way out of it. But in that series versus Dallas in last season's playoffs, they really looked like a tired and overmatched team.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Pau Gasol's checked in for Barnes. Kobe comes in for Johnson. And Derek Fisher subbed in for Steve Blake. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He was not at all satisfied with their effort level, saying, "We're losing the hustle plays and all the 50-50 balls. We simply can't win that way. We've got to get after it." Let's see how they respond, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Here is Duncan. And again, it's San Antonio with a three. And for the Lakers, Kobe said, Clark, after that series, we've been playing with fire the last 3 years. Now, we finally got what we deserve. Steve, that is a very interesting quote. Take it apart for us and delve into it.
Well, I think the Lakers had been to the finals for 3 straight years, and I think they were worn out emotionally. And for a couple of those playoff series over the years, they did play with fire and get away with it. Not last year. Dallas just destroyed them, and I think the Lakers just looked tired, both physically and mentally.
Here's Kobe. Artest on the way, defended by Jefferson. Artest on the way. No, but he draws the foul. A chance for... Another point at the free throw line. That one on Jefferson.
And look at how he hung on the basket after that dunk. A little extra flair there.
He's lucky he didn't get slapped with a technical foul there, Clark.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Parker comes in for Gary Neal.
Well, I thought last season was a tough one for Ron Artest. I mean, he struggled with the shot. Even his defense was a little subpar, not as consistent as we've seen in the past. Boy, that's the way to bang it, fellas.
Well, that's just par for the... course for this guy.
So true. He's one of the league's best finishers, without a doubt.
And here's Kobe from the arc. Gets it to go. Kobe's got 11 points in just the second half. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And Clark, for our test last season as he struggled, some of the coaches' critiques played out of the media. Steve, I don't think Ron appreciated that very much.
No, there was even a rumor that he might have wanted a trade prior to the All-Star break. But, fortunately for L.A. and for Artest, he started to play much better after the All-Star break. He got more consistent and finished strong. And, he's still a guy who can help the Lakers just with his physical play and his toughness.
Ginobili against Kobe with the fadeaway. That's good. And the assist goes to Fisher. Kobe's got 8 here in the quarter. Parker kicks to Ginobili. And it's Ginobili finishing it off. Now Sprite slam cam to replay that one.
Well, he took that one to the rack with some purpose.
I'll say beautiful dunk there, Steve.
Yeah, how about the agility? Just the power and the skill. Impressive.
Even numbers, 4 on 4. Shot from the top of the key. Again, the Spurs good for 2. Here's Kobe. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch their breath, you're right.
They're looking good here, adding to this lead.
Yeah, you know, time winding down here, the score and the clock clearly in their favor.
Parker drops it in from 12 feet.
3 straight hoops in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
Now, there's really no excuse for giving up easy baskets in transition. You got to get back and hustle. Looks like this one's over. They really played well tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we can take it out of the oven. This game is cooked.
Artest left side. It's a look. And again, it's the Lakers.
That's a dagger. That will probably finish this game.
Yeah, it's over, Steve. Convincing closeout.
It's Jefferson outside. And again, it's the Spurs from deep. There's 48 seconds left in the game. Kobe, that's for 2. And again, it's the Lakers.
Yeah, that's going to do it. I mean, this thing is pretty much over. They played well.
Well, it has been a bit anticlimactic the end of the game, but sometimes that's the way it goes.
Now, they probably needed more of this earlier, guys. I don't think there's enough time left to get back into the game.
Guys, this is really a case of too little too late, but at least it gives them something to work off of going into the next game.
There's Ginobili, and the Spurs scoring again.
Well, you love the way he searched for good shots all game long.
Here's our test. San Antonio with the rebound.
I don't know, Clark. This looks over now.
Yeah, I agree with you. This is all but over.
Kobe with the bucket.
Just putting on an absolute show right now.
Steve, they better come up with a way to stop him, and fast.
Ginobili with the 3. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Timeout called the Lakers. They're winning by 11. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
Well, they're obviously going to win, but this timeout may be about some substitutions.
Well, they may just want to make sure they don't do anything really foolish at the very end here.
From 20 feet out. Misses there. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.
It was a good game here in San Antonio, and now next Thursday we're off to Oakland, California. We have a pay-per-view matchup features the Western matchup between the Golden State Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies. We'll see you next Thursday in Oakland as we'll have an upload for the Week 11 picks of the 2024 NFL season. So the NFL Week 10 is wrapped up. The Miami Dolphins defeat the Los Angeles Rams by 23 to 15. And tomorrow we got the first day of the second annual NBA East in-season tournament, aka Emirates NBA Cup. Hope you enjoyed this video. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll see you next Thursday live in Oakland between the Grizzlies and the Warriors. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day, kids. Sign up and peace out. Good night. Good night, everyone.